If you were blazing trails through the rare sativa realm in the mid 2000s, the name Willie Nelson likely made you perk up your ears. This clone only gem wasn't a marketing stunt. It was pure landrace fueled energy shipped straight from the tropics and the Himalayas. Cherished, whispered about, and fiercely guarded, it carried the spirit of exotic genetics. This strain came from a clandestine match between Vietnamese black and Highland Nepalese. Two land race sativas so old school they probably laugh at your modern vape pen. Vietnamese black, reputedly smuggled home by soldiers in the 60s, was prized for its tropical spice, peppery bite, and electrifying cerebral punch. Highland Nepalese, grown at high altitude in remote Himalayan valleys, brought clarity and calm along with earthy tea leaf tones. Together, they produced tall, resin-slick colas, long and lean buds that shimmered with trichomes, and a spicy citrus pine aroma so potent it could clear a room faster than Grandpa's aftershave. There wasn't a flashy breeder waving a banner, just underground cultivators who immediately smelled something special. Though first introduced quietly at the High Times Cannabis Cup in 2005, the original Highland Nepalese merge swept the Best Sativa award. Suddenly, every connoisseur, artist, and creative wanderer wanted in. Growers loved Willie Nelson for its resilience and generous yields. Indoor tents, greenhouses, even outdoor plots, they all responded well to this hardy sativa. Its flowering window of 10 to 14 weeks could feel epic, but by harvest, buds were dense, dusty with resin, and stamped with bright red pistils. Trimmers cursed its chair's glued stickiness. Users described the smoke as sweet sour lemongrass with peppery pine undertones and a hint of dirty leather. One smoker said it gives unexplained giggling and permagrin, while another claimed it made watching a random 70s horror flick feel like the best idea ever. It hit like a lightning bolt of creativity, euphoric, talkative, inspired, and stayed there. Sure, there were dry eyes, parched mouths, and occasional head spins, but the joyride made it worth the pit stops. Willie Nelson found a devoted fan base among musicians, writers, and free spirits, the types who burned midnight oil and needed a spark without turning off the lights. It became a West Coast underground staple, Bay Area, Portland, Seattle, but also traveled in hippie caravans and art communes. If you rolled up to a basement jam session in 2006 and found someone sketching mandalas or choreographing interpretive dance, the odds are they'd pass the joint to a butter-loaded clone of Willie Nelson. In short, the Willie Nelson clone was a legend for good reason. A time capsule of old-school sativa devotion that earned its reputation. Willie Nelson still plays the encore.